We can hear you.
Whoops.
Hey
What is
guys.
up? What is up, everybody? We got the whole
What is
trio here today.
At
slightly
least
just
for
short
tomorrow.
short term here. I'm gonna be rolling out here at some point.
Well, me too. I'm gonna cut off in time to see fireworks.
Hell yeah,
Well,
Adrian, he's an hour
y'all let me
behind,
know.
so yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 6 for me. I got a barbecue after this, actually.
Hell yeah, dude. Y'all got me for roughly. God dang it, I don't like the way this is capturing. Like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I got somewhere to celebrate or anything?
Kurt, go.
No,
Well,
I
we
meant you because you're leaving.
Oh well, no. It gets like where we're at, man. Like this, where I live, it used to not be as busy as it is, but it's like a really, really high growth area, and where we have to go is just super congested.
Yeah.
Um, but luckily, I know somebody who lives like it's on the lake and all that shit, and luckily, I know somebody that lives right on the lake, so they're going to let us use their driveway, but it still gets crazy.
Y'all are going to be popping fireworks and all
Nah, I ain't got time for that shit, dude.
that?
I can't
No,
afford it. I
we
don't.
don't
I
do
don't want to
that
afford it.
No, we don't do that anymore. And like my girlfriend went a little while ago to get just a few for like the kids. Well, my son was here earlier, so we already kind of like hung out and all that. And he goes back home. He's only with me every other weekend. But the our daughter wants to do a little bit here and there, so she went to go buy some, and prices go up every year on those damn things.
Bro, it ain't no joke.
The little backpacks are probably like over $100 now. That they for the kid pack or whatever it's called.
uh,
We bought a bunch of little snappers and the sparklers and shit and some smoke bombs. And
That's
where
what the
we
kids
live,
love.
yeah, the little shit for the kids, and then everybody's gonna be lighting shit off all the way up until fucking 2 o'clock, anyways. So I'm good.
Oh yeah, I live out here in the country. It's gonna be gunshots all night.
that's
Yeah,
what
Yeah.
it's good. You don't know if it's a shotgun or one of these really big
mortars,
fireworks going off.
Oh yeah,
bro.
that's what I got used to it now because I've been here a few years, but uh, I didn't know that was a thing before.
Man, we used to get them like growing up. Like we lived. It was like when we moved out of the city, we moved to the country, and it was like nobody out there, and we would light them off. We used to have to drive to Pennsylvania to get them, and then we just mortars, all kinds of shit. And we had like the bomb squad called on us, all kinds of crazy shit. Where we were the fucking we were the Clampets of where we lived, bro. Like we were just a bunch of redneck hillbillies doing some dumb shit, and yeah, it was good times growing up.
Oh, my parents didn't give a shit. They bought us fireworks. We lived in the city and everything.
Yeah, man. So
Only
but some
recently
people
we
are,
had sold fireworks.
we have them
yeah,
I
down. We
guess
have them down the street on every corner.
I
yeah.
guess it was about maybe 10 years ago. Georgia legalized fireworks, but until then, you had to go to South Carolina or something to buy some.
Oh, I
South of the
see.
border.
Oh, you know about south of the border?
Oh yeah, bro. That was like the place. Like, but I never got a chance. Like it was already like desolate by the time I got past it.
The south of the border is on the North Carolina border, but it's just huge
Yeah.
attraction. They advertise it for miles and miles
Oh
on the
yeah.
interstate.
The big ass fucking billboards and shit. It's hilarious. It's good stuff. But
Yeah, but
I never got
I
a chance.
stopped. I stopped there one time, and it was a little disappointing. All that
That's what they
hype,
say.
and then there ain't much to it.
It's so funny. That's like
Nah, people
coming
here do
down
it like
95.
crazy.
People live it up, man. You're in Texas, bruh. I mean, people are
Texas
proud.
fireworks, big guns, everything.
America.
Bottle. Let me see. How do I do this? Bottle rocket fights growing up.
Oh, dude, the Roman candles, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot them at each other.
That
Fucking putting bottle rockets in any crevice of your body that you could to shoot them off. Like
There was a
Jackass brought that on.
we used to
there,
stick firecrackers in pine cones and throw them like hand grenades.
Hell yeah. Did y'all do
I think
the?
everybody does stuff like that because I was gonna say there was a whole little family feud that happened because somebody was I think they threw the black cats and it
Oh
like
man.
hit my brother in the side of the face and stuff and it's just because I have we all have those you like you said bottle rocket fights and whatever else and then I had a uncle who used to light the black cats wait till they got to the very end and then toss them right.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, and he would do it with the bottle rockets too.
Yo.
Wait till the very last second and then fling them.
Yep. Bro, we used to shoot the cherry bombs and do all that dumb shit because you had the mailboxes and then you had the one with the overfill on the side next to the mailboxes, and we put them in there and just fucking let them go.
Isn't it the cherry bomb that goes off underwater?
Oh yeah, boo. That was because we lived on a creek, so we'd all go down there and do that stupid shit.
You know, when I grew up in high school, every now and again somebody flushed one.
Oh, good times. It sounds like in high school.
That happened, and it happened more than once.
Man, yeah, no, I
So how's work? Are y'all working this week
I
or
worked a
today?
little bit.
Tomorrow?
I'm doing a compressor tomorrow, and I got like 3 more calls. So tomorrow's gonna be a regular day.
that's it. Tomorrow is me and Ashley's fourth year anniversary, wedding anniversary. We've been together for 14 years, and potentially took the
Dude,
day off. What?
what took you so long?
God, dude. Well, there's that Krauss method, man. You got to make sure you wait a decade to make sure it's right and it works before you're like, yeah, this is it's good.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude. My
Congrats, man.
daughter, I took her when she was like I don't even remember how old she was when we would go and we shop for rings, and she kept pressuring me like, Daddy, you gotta gotta ask my. I did it in my fucking driveway, dude. There's some janky ass like, hey, will you marry me? Some dumb shit, and she, of course, yeah, and we're already together, so like I said, I mean, it'll be like Christ. Just think about it. Next year, it'll be 15 years we've been together. You know what I mean? So
Ain't that crazy?
it's good. It's wild, bro. And 3 kids later, and all this other shit we got going on. It's good. So that's ours tomorrow. I did tentatively take off, but I may do a condenser fan motor in the morning to get the guy going, and then me and
Did
her
you
are
work
gonna.
today?
No.
Yeah, I took the day off.
Yeah. Kurt said he was working though, didn't
Sup, Brett?
he? This motherfucker's in here. I ain't heard from him. What's up,
He's
bud?
been MIA.
You ready to leave? We're gonna leave in like when she's done her hair. She's doing her hair. Go check on mommy. I ain't gonna be on here long. Sorry guys, sorry.
No, just let me know. Um, what's up,
You
Comfort
all
Medic?
forgive the noise.
Nah, he's doing
that
his thing,
right-
bro. Let him play.
Is that
No, it's his
Riley?
wife.
He's feeling better. He hurt his foot not long ago, and
Oh,
I
that's
think
right.
he's feeling better.
Hell yeah. What up, big
No,
Rye?
I took the day off, but we got work, or I'm gonna try and get some work tomorrow, or anything I have, to finish up because our hurricane comes in on Sunday.
That's right. That's what we were saying, or Kurt mentioned it in the chat there. I pushed like what kind of work I could do yesterday, so I worked a little later yesterday to make sure like it didn't stack on top of the next day. But the call that came in for the condenser motor, the guy didn't make up his mind till 4:30. Carrier was already closed, and I couldn't get the motor. So I was like, ah. And then he's bitching, saying, "Oh, somebody told me they'd be here today." Like, bro, like no comprehension of anything. So, like in our CRM, I wrote the whole summary, and I have to make them read it and acknowledge it. It said potentially today, but will most likely schedule for another day. He signed off on it. So
Hmm.
CYA, bro.
They
You
want
know,
you there
I had a
yesterday.
customer. I had a customer call me at like 4:30 saying we had an appointment between 10 and 12. I said, "Look, I called you and I left a message. Nobody answered." And she got mad and hung up on me, but they got to answer the phone. I don't know if they're home or not.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
had one like
always,
that
I
yesterday
always
morning.
call first.
Well, yeah, because it's a waste of time, and then just on to the next
Dude,
one.
that's the worst. I don't know. Kurt, do you use a CRM at all or no?
Not yet, but I'm in talks with somebody about one.
My man, is it Jobber?
No,
Okay, but I'm assuming Jobber. Is it House Call Pro?
yeah,
Okay, they have it too. Does Jobber have the one you click? Hey, I'm dispatching, and they'll send a message.
Yeah, they have like I guess they call it a client hub, and
Okay.
it does all that automated stuff, like telling you who's on the way and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's what we got. And it has a picture of me like "Nyeh," with a stupid description of like, "Hey, Jake's on the way. He's this, that, and the third, and
Yeah,
that'll help them.
I haven't set it up because we don't do residential, right? It's just like commercial. They dispatch us through
Yeah,
like emails and all that to go out, so they already know who we are.
hell yeah, dude. Dude, Kurt. So, this motherfucker gonna be a goddamn sponsorship. So, a sponsorship show by the end of the day.
Well, I hope
dude,
they treat you good because
I'm
I've
working on
had
talking.
emails from them.
Come again?
I said, "Oh,
Both of you?
I said I hope they treat him good because I've had emails from them,
Okay.
but they just want me to be an ambassador for free.
Oh, fuck that.
but I'm not doing that."
Kurt don't play
No, I
those
know.
games. Kurt, hey, if it don't say do re mi, it says I don't know what the fuck else to rhyme with that, but no.
I just hope my fans don't get pissed off at me for taking some sponsorships. By the way, the Bosch deal is done.
So you got it.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right. Well, okay, on the record, but off the record. Um, no, we'll talk off the record. I'll text y'all. Yeah. Yo, fuck those other ambassadors that work with Bosch, though.
I
the-
well, I ain't heard back from them yet. So 60,000 subs. That's why he gets all the deals.
Bro, but here's the thing. It took them so damn long, all these companies, to realize Kurt, like, all right, we're going to leave here, buddy, in like 10 minutes, okay? Take your time. Take your time. Go ahead and shower. No. Hey. Sorry, the foreign exchange. Go ahead and shower. Go ahead. Shower. Foreign exchange
What were we talking
student.
about?
Bosch, Kurt,
Oh yeah.
60,000 subs, crushing it.
dude, lately they have just been really taking off. I've been getting like 3,000 subs a month the last couple months.
Yeah, I got 3,000 subs last year, bud. So, oh man,
Well, at least you don't get like 100,000 overnight.
bro,
No, it's happening.
that shit still is. You see, Homeboy finally got his 100K, Zach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Has he even like
And he-
talked about it?
Nah, but he legit got 100K.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that's something we can say and all agree upon. These other cats that you just fucking laugh at, bro. Because I'm
You're
like,
like, who's
damn,
this
bro,
guy?
this man got 100K and 84 views on that last video. It's like, damn. And they still get the fucking plaque.
I
Oh
see
man.
it. See it.
Nah,
Oh
that's
well,
awesome,
Kurt's not
Kurt.
too far from there.
Nah, he'll be. I'm surprised he's not. But can you talk any? I don't know how that works with deals and stuff. If you can talk about it.
Um, I do know that the Bosch deal came through. Um, House Call Pro is in talks. New Calgon has been floating a little thing, but I don't know if that's ever going to come through. I've been talking to JB just to get one of their new vacuum pumps. Or, and of
Fucking
course, field
stupid.
piece is going on. Field piece.
Nah, see, it's good
My
that you
only,
get those, bro, because you you've always been legit with all your stuff. Like when I start doing these dumb like videos, I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna tell everybody like, because how many questions do y'all get from people that are like, I want to start a YouTube, but I don't. Just start this shit because you never know who's gonna reach out and get paid. Like fuck it, dude. I'll do a video on a stupid nail. Like I don't give a shit if I'm getting a couple $100 out of it. You know what I mean?
No, YouTube, because I've been doing it for a while. Like I always thought of it as a business, and I always tell people like you just like you said, you never know. Um, Try it out, get some practice in. That's going to be your first, whatever videos. Like I don't really like the first videos that I did or anything, but get better at it, and then, like I said, treat it like a business. Everybody wants promotion, and it's a bigger deal now than before. Like everybody's on Instagram and YouTube now, and they want their products like front and center. Like they're gonna pay you. Just
tell you what,
don't take the free T-shirt and hat for the for your posts.
What the fuck's that supposed to mean?
No, I'm just telling people like there's people
This
that
hat
will
was free, motherfucker.
when you start it's fine, but like there's people that are out there and they're pushing and
Oh no.
pushing and pushing product, and what do they get out of it? Like a free hat. Like there's people that get
Yeah,
paid
fuck that.
thousands of dollars for doing these posts. Like there's a business side to it.
yeah,
Straight up.
Not that I'm one of them, but I get little deals here and there.
Nah, dude, you
there's
make the
somebody
money.
that
Kurt makes the money. I make some money. It's all part of it.
I've decided I'm not going to really do much unless it's something that pertains to my channel. If it don't pertain to the channel, I'm not going to do it.
Well, Mike
Nah,
says it
exactly,
best.
bro. Yeah,
Work your
no,
tail
Mike.
off.
Mike put it in good. Yep.
That's what I've always said because that's the thing that Kurt does. Like I don't know how the hell you do it, dude. Every day, it's always something good. It's always something.
It's
You can always
always
see the
something good. Like,
craziest.
bro. He-
Well, the-
oh my god, ugly. Here's the capacitor. Here's the drain line, guys. You know what I mean? They got a goddamn fucking what do they call it? Koopa cod, well, whatever the hell they're called, stuck in a squirrel cage.
uh, a chupacabra.
That's it. Thank you. I'm like, what the hell is it?
I remember when that was supposed to be a real
It was like,
thing.
yeah. Like it was like some fucking animal.
Doesn't a field piece require only positive reviews? Not if you're Kurt. He'll take a hammer
Yeah,
to it.
Kurt, how does that work for you? You've seen it, Jason. Kurt don't give a fuck. He's even talked bad
Well,
about that leak detector.
I think I think
Hmm. He was like, well,
I think with field piece, if you have something, if there's a problem, they want you to present it as a critical suggestion or something like that. But the only thing I've done for them is their valve core removal tools.
whoa. So you're telling me all those valve core videos were fucking four field piece?
No, I've only done one. I've only done one.
No, because then he does a
Stinks.
follow up. Showing the
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah, when he's done in the shower, bud, okay?
Are you
Tell
still
mommy
using them?
put yours in the shower.
Say that again, Adrian.
Oh, are you still using them?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I haven't
I've had
seen him
I've
in
had
a,
good luck with field piece. So like with anything that I use, I try not to be biased because people say I'm biased sometimes. But if it works for me, then that's what I'm gonna use, and that's what's in my videos.
I really like their meters and their probes. I've been using my probes so long now, they're starting to wear out.
Oh yeah.
My thermistor, the temperature probes, air temperature probes, or I forget
Dang.
exactly what they're called. I got one
How
that
long
has
you
just completely flipped out.
how long you had them?
3 years? That
You
sounds
go on
about
a
right.
lot of calls. Yeah. No, I mean it's a pretty
Yeah,
extensive amount of work.
I hardly use gauges. I use the probes all the time. Um, the one that I was a little bit disappointed with was JB. I haven't been sent the probes yet, but they sent out the gauges. They look real nice, but I'm gonna go back to my field piece. It's hard to beat field piece, and I think the close second would probably be like, what is it, the Testos? Oh,
Testos, yeah.
those are the other popular ones, right?
I had the first
Uh,
gen Testos and they were phenomenal. It's just once Field Piece came out, they were just more user friendly. They had the 45, and I have first gen Testos. I think the second
Is
gen
that the
Testos do have the
550?
45s now. What's your opinion on a Testo 550 gauge? Yeah, are those like
Is
the
that the one?
rectangle manifold?
I think so.
I
I
have
haven't used.
just the probes.
I,
I don't use manifolds at all.
Oh, you don't have their manifold? They look cool, but I have my S-Mans, and I just can't find anything that's ever really better. I
Suitable.
think the Testos are the next best thing.
I love my S man. I still use it even though I got the probes and I can charge with a charging T. I prefer to pull out S mans and use those.
Yeah.
I'll use them for startups all the time. The S-Mans. But like on a daily basis, I still use the probes, just a quick check or top off.
Ready? All right, fellas.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Y'all enjoy the show. We're going to fireworks.
All
Enjoy
right,
your
let's get.
4th of July.
See you guys.
All right, I'm
All
gonna
right, bye.
switch this. Hold on. Now I gotta sign Kurt back in. Whoops. There we go.
There we. Not
What
too
were we
dark.
talking about? Okay,
Oh,
dude.
somebody was asking about the testo manifolds, and I just don't have an opinion on them because I've never used them.
I thought one of y'all would have used them, but
I had the testo probes at one time, but they just kept turning on by themselves, and I
that's the
just
same
prefer
issue
the.
I had. Yeah. So I have them in my bag, and they would always die. And I figured out it's because they would turn on in the bag by themselves and all that. So then I was like, no, I can't. So I traded, or I sold them and got the field piece ones.
Yes, that's basically what I did. I had that whole kit that has everything from the that velocity probe you stick in the duct, and it had everything in it. I just sold the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm actually looking to get another set of the field piece ones so I can have. For me, like on startups, like on walk-in boxes, I would like to have a set up at the condenser on the roof, and then a set inside checking my superheat at the evaporator. So I want another whole like kit just to do that kind of like a refrigeration startup. And then also sometimes I work on multiple compressors, so maybe having two sets hooked up for like two stages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
it's
th- I,
like anything that you would need on the residential side.
no, residentials, you're not going to see two compressors running at the same time. That ain't
And then
unless
I
it's on two
have
systems.
yeah, and then I have like this thing where I'm like when they send me out to check multiple systems, I can't just stay on one. I'll end up hooking up to both of them and trying to figure it out, while one's while I run one, like what's the other one doing, and I'll just end up like hooking up. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna get another set, and then I wanted to try the JB ones, but I haven't gotten them yet.
Mm. You hear that, JB? You need to send this man some pros.
Apparently they've been sold out, but well, I hope they're not listening. But um, I've been holding off on the what do you call it, the manifold review video, whatever you want to call it, um, in case I was gonna get anything else from them, so I can kind of do those videos too. But I don't know. I'll just probably work on that because people were asking me about it, and there's just like a lot of little quirks that I don't like about it. That at the end of the day, like the field piece kind of gets everything, right. Like it just works, right? As long as it works, it does what it's supposed to, and it's easy to get out of your van, set up and everything. Like that's what I care about.
Yeah.
Because if
Make
I'm
the
if
job.
I'm yeah, if I'm messing with it and having to make it work a different way, like I can't use it. Jake's already gone, but let's get Jake the RLS press while we're at it.
Yeah. Jason was talking about the old train used to have two compressors, but they didn't run at the same time. That was their way of doing two stages.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna bring up the that call you had. I think somebody
Which one?
brought it up earlier. The one with the swimming pool on the roof where you were swimming up there.
Oh my God. That place was such a disaster. I ended up walking away from it.
So was that the one that gave you like a few of them, like different
Yeah, there were
locations?
three different locations. Yeah, but it was just turning into well, the first one I did a diagnosis, and all I got paid for was my labor, and that was like 2 weeks ago, and I'm waiting for some kind of approval, and I don't even know if I'm gonna get the job. And in none of these do I know if I'm gonna get the job. I'm just getting paid 2 hours to diagnose and work up an
Oh,
estimate like that could take like 4 or 5 hours.
yeah. So you go in there and you basically have to bid on it.
It's a bid, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
And
those
on
are.
that particular,
No, go ahead.
I had a package unit that had troubles. I had two makeup air units that weren't running, didn't have power, and a huge exhaust fan that wasn't running. It could have been a belt or something for all I knew, but they just had a lot of problems, and the drainage on the roof was pathetic. I needed a kayak to get around from one system to another.
Yeah, Practical Gadgeteer was like, you needed to call Adrian for those RTUs you were looking at. I saw I think I only got to like halfway. I didn't get to finish watching it, so I'll watch it later. But as soon as I saw like you get up there and stuff, I was like, yeah, I'm used to that. That one was one of the worst ones though, because I don't think I've seen that much water. That was quite a bit, and then
In some
having to get
parts of it,
around.
in some parts of it, it was that thick over the top of my boots,
Oh, that
and that's
sucks.
pretty dang deep.
Yeah, so like I have a lot of those that are like that, and then sometimes when they redo the roofs, they screw up the way it drains and stuff, and they actually make it worse. But yeah, I mean that's the kind of stuff that I run into too, and it's just like they don't take care of the roof. There's no whether it's a gutter or whatever drain system they have, they're all kind of screwed up, and they don't know, I
Yeah.
guess, until you tell them, and it's up to them if they want to fix it.
Well, I was having to put off some of my regular customers just to be able to diagnose, and I knew that an all-day repair would be putting off maybe six customers, and I just thought, I'll just take care of my loyal customers and let somebody else do this.
Yeah, I think you mentioned for all the guys that say they'd rather do commercial or whatever it is, and I commented, I was like, "Yep, I love this." That's just what I'm used to. I like doing that kind of stuff.
Well, you better have some waterproof boots.
Yeah, I've tried other ones that are more breathable and all that. And then I run into a roof like that and I'm like, nope, I got to go back to like something that keeps the water out. I haven't had to use rain boots yet. I mean, I've never run into water that bad, I don't think. But yeah, I had one where the electrical, because like I said, they redo the roofs a lot. So they redid the roof. I think I sent it to you guys, and they had all the disconnects. They like unmounted them to do the roof and cover everything, and they left the disconnects in the floor. And then we had a bunch of rain, and then like there was a whole bunch of disconnects just laying in puddles of water on the roof, and I was like, nope.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah, I had to get down and tell them. I mean, I got up there. I was already up there, but I was like, you guys need to get the roofers back or do something. And I think I offered to kind of help with that kind of stuff, but they ended up, getting somebody to go out there. And to me, it's like if you're paying somebody to do it, make sure they do it right.
And then I posted a video today. It was a commercial call, but it's a residential piece of equipment. It's a dedicated horizontal package unit. And I had somebody comment on the bottom of that thing, stick to residential. I'm like, buddy, you realize you just got to love some of these people.
Yeah, like in the comments on the other one that I had seen, people were like, that's why they don't like commercial, right? And restaurant work in particular. And I'm like, well, I mean, I'm kind of used to that. That's what I like to do. But it's funny. I mean, it's all the same, whether you do commercial or residential. It's all the same cycle, same components.
I think we like to do what we're good at.
Oh man, I got a huge like ego boost recently because of that one that I think I told you guys last time where I thought somebody fixed what I had condemned and then like find out that it went down again, the door came off and everything. I was like, no, I was right in my diagnosis. What's up, mechanical environments? I'm trying to read through the comments. There's a lot of compressor talk.
I've been reading some of them too, talking about rotor locks.
And that's what I had. I had a rotor lock that I didn't want to mess with. I hardly see those anymore.
Does anybody use them other than Train?
What was this on? Oh, it was a walk-in box. I see them a lot on refrigeration, or I used to. It's cool when you gotta change it out, like the compressor and its rotor lock, because you just have to unscrew it and all that, once you recover or pump it down or whatever. And they're easy to change out because you're going to have to braze. But here, like on that one, I guess it ran 24/7. It was rusted out really bad. I was like, I'm not messing with it. I ended up breaking I had to replace the valve basically, which the guy cut out and just did a straight pipe. But like, they're cool unless, like I said, that one was rusted out like really bad.
I'm going to tell you a true story. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say about the, never mind. Go ahead.
I had an employee, and I sent him to do a compressor on a train that I had diagnosed. And he does the compressor, comes back and says it's going out on high head pressure immediately. Must be something wrong with the compressor. We actually got a new compressor. He installs it and is doing the same thing. And I said, well, what? I can't believe we got two compressors that are bad. And then over the phone, he asked me, am I supposed to take the plugs out before I hook it up?
It's like, well, why would they be in there?
And I was just like shocked. I'm like, are you kidding me? So he was hooking up his rotor locks with the plug still in the compressor. Mm.
Teachable moment.
And
No, but
and he
like
was and he was one of I had bad luck with employees. He was one of the better ones.
I had a guy once, not on a rotor lock, but on a regular one, forget to take out one of the plugs, and then went back in to remove it, and I found, the piece of rubber in there, and I was like, man, like how does that happen? But um, yeah, I don't know.
Was
There's
it
things
a
some
compressor? It couldn't have been a sweat compressor.
I'm pretty sure it was. I'm trying to remember. This was back when I had started. I don't know how he did
Oh,
it, but he did it. When I took it
dang.
apart, I was like, damn.
You just
It's a
never
lot
know
of
sometimes.
no, and it's like, why is it why is it going into a vacuum? There's something in there
You,
plugging it up.
you know, more than once I have seen liquid line dryers put in the hot gas line. Um,
Oh yeah.
and it just destroys the system when that happens.
I've seen when they haven't been changed out, and then you can see it icing up. It's plugged up.
Yep.
Brand new compressor, and you got to go back in there to change out the dryer they forgot to change out.
Well, I just recently I documented on Instagram. I quoted a new condenser, and I go back about a week later, and it's got a brand new compressor in it. It's got the old filter in it from the previous compressor changed. The liquid line dryer hadn't been changed, and I was like, I'll be back over here.
Yeah, what I was gonna bring up because I was talking about the rusted out um, valve and all that, just reminded me of what I mentioned to you guys. I think earlier today about that mister that you put on the AC unit. Because I was like, not around here. I don't care how much filtration you have on that water. Around here, like stuff rots out or corrodes just being so close to the ocean and stuff. Like I don't know.
Hmm. Well, Tim Destasio did a good job of roasting him.
I I loved him. Um,
I
yeah,
just
he's like, why?
discovered because of you. I discovered his channel. He's funny.
I've always liked him because he's super smart. Because now he does teach. And I've tried to attend some of Tim's classes, but like I just usually I'm working late or whatever. Because he does like I guess they're like Zoom classes and stuff, and he'll go
Uh-huh.
over like different subjects and all that, and he's really good. Especially like where my weaknesses are is like more on the AC side, um like what he would or what he goes over is like building science, right? Like the envelope, the heat infiltration, duct sizing, all that stuff. I'm not good at that part of it, so I was trying to take some of his classes and stuff. But the dude's super smart, but he's like a no BS kind of person. So you can tell, just like we see a lot of this stuff on. I don't even know how this stuff gets because the ones that he will roast and all that. Um, I've never seen these videos before, but apparently there's people on Instagram that try to give out. It looks like an educational video, and it's like completely wrong, right? And it's usually like marketing people, and I don't know what. And I'm like, what are they? What are they doing? But it's funny. Later,
Well,
Mike.
I've seen a couple of the roasts that he's done of people, and they'll start off good, and he'll say, "Okay, stop right there while you're ahead." And then they just keep going and start spouting some crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's funny. Like the mister that I had told you about. Um, there's people roasting that guy about it. You know, putting a mister on your AC unit at the house. I think he did another one for like shading your, like putting shade on your AC unit, which is not 100% wrong. Like around here, you know, houses usually try to put the AC on the east side, right? To where the house kind of shades it um, during like the hottest part of the day and stuff like that. But like, you do not build a roof for your damn AC unit, you know?
No. Well, let's see what else happened this week. I got stung on the nipple by a wasp.
Oh, I meant to start with that, but then Jake popped in. How did that? Are you okay?
Yeah, it initially it hurt, but it was, I guess it was kind of funny afterwards.
Yeah, it's one of those you laugh about afterwards.
Yeah.
I never have to deal with that. I don't think I've ever had wasp or bees or anything like that. Because I'm usually on rooftops, so I'm good.
Well, they can get up there too now.
Yeah, we have. Well, I found them more around the house than anything, but I haven't had to deal with them at work.
Well, those were
Oh,
particularly aggressive.
Joel, I think was the one that submitted the photos last time that I showed you guys with the the totes. What was it? It was walk-in
Yeah, yeah.
coolers with the totes as the case, and then ran through an HVAC system or something like that. Yeah, the RTU is running, and so are those walk-in coolers. That's awesome. That's real ingenuity right there. Go knock on wood. No. Um. So this week I had a carrier, and I was looking at the numbers right before we came on. They were stubborn that they wanted to fix it. We ended up going in there, and I love this work. I'll do it, but I told them I recommend a new unit. Right, once it gets to a certain amount, I don't know where do you draw the line? Is it like when it's like the repair is like half the amount of a new one, or over that? Like when do you tell them you need a new unit?
Um, it depends on how old it is.
Let's say it's like 15 years, 10 years,
15 years, something like a
and
compressor,
yeah, it needs like a compressor, the motors, a whole bunch of stuff.
especially if it's an R22 unit. Yeah, it's time for something new.
Well, this one was a 410. We have a lot of 410 that are like going on 20 years.
Yeah.
I didn't. That's the only thing I forgot to look up what the year was. But it's closer to the coast. Did not have any real bad corrosion or anything like that. But it had a bad compressor, one compressor, because it's a two-stage. The other one was fine. Two bad condenser fan motors. And then, of course, we replaced the electrical, right? All the contactors. I still have to go back and double check some of the pressure switches because they were bypassed. So at that point, they wanted that repair. Compressors, motors, electrical. Then we find out that the blower motor is shorted out, right? And that's probably the most expensive part of that damn unit. And I was looking at the numbers. The cost of that, the cost of that was about only a few grand off of a new one, right? Like at that point, it was close to $9,000 for the whole repair and everything. A new unit probably would have ran them 12 to 15 at the most. And I was like, well, I mean, you get what you pay for. I mean, you get what you asked for.
Yep.
It's working. I got it working, but a new one would
We
have
did it.
been real good on that one.
We did a change out this week where the house has been divided into two. So it's like a duplex, but it was built like a regular house. but the air conditioner is on one side and it has been supplying air to both sides without the tenants knowing about it. So one of the tenants has been getting free air while the other one's paying the electric bill for both sides. We fixed that this week. We took out a 3.5 ton and put in a 2.5, and the other side's got a great big old window unit now. And we blocked off the ductwork, so one of the tenants is going to be pissed off.
Oh yeah. So the other side is small enough just to run on a window unit?
Yeah, it's basically one bedroom, bathroom, and a kitchen.
Oh, okay.
That's the way the landlord wanted to do it. So, and that's the way he intended for it to be done for years. But they just been getting free air all this time.
Oh yeah, I was like, man, that that person was living the life over there. Yeah, I gotta love the free AC. Wanted you to bring back the dead, literally. Hey man, it was after I finished all that. The last thing I had to do was go pick up the blower motor because we hadn't quoted for that yet. But guy went back, put that back in, started it up, worked great. Super old carrier, and that's the same location that had that double curb adapter situation with the whole the new train on that one. I guess they put so much money into that they were like, okay, this one we're not gonna replace. We're gonna fix. I was like, okay.
Oh,
Hey man, I think we made a pretty good amount there. I was like, we probably make more money on repairs than actual like change outs.
I prefer to do repairs. That's
It was
where
real
my
nice.
bread.
I had my umbrella out. I mean, it was hot, but I had my umbrella out. Took my time, replaced everything. You know, went one by one. You know, you do the compressor, you do the motors, or I had somebody help me do the motors, and then I went back and did the blower motor. Just took my time.
I feel pressed for time sometimes. Like on my big jobs, I've got about 4 hours and I got to get out of there.
Is that the time you give yourself?
Yeah, like if it's an evaporator coil or a compressor or something, I give myself 4 hours, and then I've got on my schedule like 3 or 4 more calls, just regular calls. So I'm pressed for time. I don't want to stay there all day.
No, like I guess I do the same thing. Like I'll do if it's just like a random call, right? I'm like, okay, it's maybe take me an hour and a half. If it's a big job, I think I do the same thing. It's like 4 to 5 hours that we quote out for stuff like that. And I'm always checking the time. I got to make sure that I try to hit that time or under. And then sometimes like that other time that I did the show and went back to work, like I have to go back in. That was an all day thing, but try to avoid those.
Forgive me, I'm a little bit distracted. My dog has locked himself in the room and now he's trying to figure out how to get out. He's just looking at the door, like trying to figure
He,
out how to open.
he
Come
closed it.
here, boy. Yeah, he just pawed at it and closed the door.
Oh. All right, man. What do you want to close it out or do you want to keep going? I just saw the time.
Oh, sure, because I want to be able to see fireworks tonight. I know I probably got a couple more hours, but yeah, that's good for today.
Yeah, I'm gonna go start up the barbecue pit and probably do the same thing. Watch some fireworks. Um, Hopefully everybody is enjoying their 4th of July. I appreciate everybody that came out. This was just a little hangout, quick catch up, and I
Yep.
appreciate it.
Y'all take care.
All right, I'm gonna cue the outro. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.